Hey everyone, Katie4 here. Well-known Cuphead speedrunner, as we all know. Ready to showcase a really cool game. This game's got sick tricks, sick movement, sick style. I'd like to introduce my commentators. Go ahead.
All right, I am Freefall.
I'm Nyu.
Hi, I'm WitherMin. I've been here a few times.
Yeah, and with that said, who's in charge?
It sounds like we are putting the bumblebee at the wheel. It is time for Team Chaotix.
They're always on your side.
All right,
Let's get it going. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, welcome everybody. This is Sonic Heroes 2003 Sega platformer. This game differs a little bit from the adventure series that came before it, mainly in the play style. We control 3 different characters at once that we are able to seamlessly switch to as we progress through the game. Team Chaotix, we have our speed character, SBO, our flight character, Charmy, and our power character, Vector. And some Vector fans in the crowd, let's go. Actually, in this game, you might think we use the speed character as much as possible, but as you can already see, all 3 characters actually get a lot of action, which leads to some really cool movement. So you all chose Team Chaotix for the bid war, which means we are playing the most unique team of the 4 in the sense that instead of just trying to get to the end of the stage, we are completing missions that differ from stage to stage. So in the case of Seaside Hill, we are collecting 10 hermit crabs. Katie's already collected 5 of them. And we are visiting different parts of the stage, like underneath this block, there's number 7. We are going into this cannon as Charmy to shoot up to crab number 8 up here, crab 9 in the box, and crab 10 underneath there. Very nice.
Nice.
Awesome. I think really, real quick too, is a good time to mention that there's 2 basically different major styles of teams in Sonic Heroes. We've got the belly floppers and we've got the kick teams. SBO is a really neat character as he's able to kind of emulate a little bit of kick movement by throwing the shuriken. So you can use the shuriken to cross pretty large gaps and jump afterward. And that's really cool because you're able to use the belly flop movement, which you use the vector to belly flop, and you can switch to your speed character to maintain that vertical speed and horizontal.
Yeah, we call that a ground excel. So there's a lot of movement tech in this game that we're going to have to get to. We're using ground excels to break through these doors really quick. So these doors in Ocean Palace normally take 2 hits to open. If we ground excel at them and then switch back to the power character really fast, it looks like we just run right through them with just 1 hit.
Nice up.
All right, so Ocean Palace here. This one kind of is just getting to the end. We need to rescue the Chow that's in the cage at the end of the stage. We're using a little shortcut here to cross that gap and get up to the path below. And there's that shuriken throw that WitherMin was talking about that helps cross that large gap. So basically, the way the shuriken works is that you can throw it on the ground right before you leave a ledge with a lot of speed. And then, since it's a grounded action, we're able to jump out of it in the air to cross really large gaps. That was a lot of tight movement there to get underneath that falling platform, or that falling block, I should say.
Shoutouts to Vintage.
Shoutouts to Vintage. I know you're watching.
And the other thing about Sonic Heroes in general too.
That was very good.
That was very good.
104.
This game's very fast. As you probably noticed, movement in this game is super, super slippery, and you move at such high speeds. Being able to maintain the control of teams moving this quickly across these stages is very impressive.
We have some time for a quick donation here.
Sure thing. I've got $5 for you from Segastar, who says, "Good morning, GDQ. Managed to wake up in time for Sonic Heroes. Katie is so good at Heroes. Can't wait to see the run." Do you have time for one more really quick one?
Yeah, let's do it.
One more, yep.
Got $5 from Team Sonic Fan, who said, "You thought it was a Team Sonic fan, but it was actually me, a Team Chaotix fan."
Ooh. I wonder if that's Trell. Shoutouts to
I
Trell.
thought it was Trell for a second, yeah. Shoutouts to Trell. All right, so we have our first boss here, Egghawk. Immediately what we're gonna do is turn around and go backwards because we have an invincibility power-up on this box on the left. We're gonna ground excel to grab it and make our way back to this part of the stage specifically very quickly. This causes Egghawk to stop right here at the first beach area, And since we have that invincibility power up, we're able to just stand right next to him with Vector and deal a ton of damage like that really fast. That was very nice.
Yeah, most people casually don't do that. Funnily enough, they think that the speed character is the one that you do damage with, so they always decide to homing attack all the time. But yeah, no, power character, surprisingly, is good at combat, and that's how we get such fast time.
Yeah, you're not actually supposed to homing attack the bosses 100 times.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
If they're
News
doing
to me.
Yeah.
any takeaway from this run.
Every casual player just instinctively is like, all right, I need to homing attack this boss 8 million times until it's dead. It's like, no, there's faster ways to do it. Okay, we have a lot to talk about in this stage. So this is the first stage that's a lot more involved. We have to destroy all 85 robots in the stage. So combat is a big part of Sonic Heroes, especially in Team Chaotix. In order to destroy robots as we go along and not slow down too much, we want one of two things, either level 2 Espio or
That's
level
so
2
me.
Charmy. Yeah, so we haven't explained the level systems yet. There's 2 ways to level up our characters. One is to go through a checkpoint with a character. Another is to pick up a power core. So every 5 enemies we destroy drops a power core. We just got an Espio 1 there, so we're level 2 Espio. And you can already see how much faster Katie is destroying enemies using the homing attack there. So coming up here, we're going to get another power up. Hopefully, yep, perfect RNG. We have level 2 Charmy and level 2 Espio. So Katie can destroy these robots basically any way she wants now. She has to make sure that she doesn't miss a single robot since, like I mentioned, there's only 85 in the stage total. So we're keeping an eye on that counter in the bottom right to make sure we're at the right number. 31 before the ramp is right where we want to be. So far, so good. We are about to head into the indoor section. There's a cool trick here coming up where she's going to take the ramp as Espio and then roll right before she switches characters. Espio should hit the turtle, but I think, okay, we just got him with the Thunder Shoot there instead. 36, there we go. We killed 3 robots off screen there inside the other door. Yeah, a lot of cool movement. One semi-new thing about this stage that we started doing is using vector switches. So just by simply switching to the power character, Espio and Charmy will attack nearby enemies. So Katie's doing a lot of switching to Vector and then off of Vector and back to Vector just to get them to homing attack nearby enemies, which is really, really fast.
Yeah, like another interesting thing about Heroes in general is that you're not necessarily just playing your captain character. You're not playing who's in the lead. You have to really think about where your teammates are, and you have a lot of control depending on which teammate is in the front, what those teammates are doing, and where they are physically.
Katie's doing a good job, too, of waiting out these doors. Grand Metro has doors that open really slowly, so one thing you want to kind of do is go backwards and then get a bunch of momentum towards it right when it opens. Right. Nice catch-up flight there. So Katie was able to kind of do a diagonal flight forward by getting a bunch of speed, switching to Charmy, and then spamming A really fast to go over the gate there. That was really clean. And like I was saying, our counter is right where we want it to be, 73 out of 85. We're coming up on the end of the stage shortly here.
You'll see Katie swap between the power character and the speed character, Espio and Vector here, when on rails. Swapping on rails while holding the B button is the fastest way to get to maximum speed on a rail.
You see a lot more of that in the rail stages a couple rows from now.
And since we have level 3 Espio, we have wind properties on our homing attack, so we can just homing attack this pole. And what's nice is we're invisible here, so these 2 robots at the end will be asleep. Oh,
Oops. No, the robot.
Oh, missed the swag kill. All right, still pretty good.
Yeah, I was about to say, sub 310 is really good. So,
Yeah, we haven't had a bad level time yet. This is a really clean run so far.
The important thing, too, about the levels, you know, to talk about the level system a little bit more, is you do lose all your levels if you die. So checkpoints are really important, and levels in general dictate so much of the flow of how levels are done. So you really have to adapt on the fly if the levels don't end up working out. We're going to see that a lot in the Robot Carnival stages, all like the Battle Arena stages. If we get bad RNG and we don't have the levels we want, those can become kind of nightmarish.
Yeah. All right, we have some really cool routing right off the bat here. We're going backwards at the start. There's a flower that takes us to the end of the stage. Normally that's meant for us to reach at the end and then take us back to the beginning in case we miss a gold turtle. We have to destroy 3 gold turtles in this stage. So what we do is we go backwards in the stage, go to the end of the stage, which has the closest gold turtle. Then we take a death intentionally to respawn at the start of the level, and now we go and get the other 2. Which are going to be inside of these big cages that we have a pretty cool strat for here.
Whoops, there we go.
All right, we'll make our way up. What Katie's gonna do is rocket excel the outside of the cage. The wind is going to hit the turtle. Where'd it go? Okay.
I think. Okay, through the magic of brute force.
That's a new one, all right. I like it.
Vector, what is happening, buddy?
Is Vector okay?
Vector, what is happening, buddy?
And you just said we didn't have any bad times.
Vector's just taking a breather. Okay,
All
there
right.
we go. We saw the proper cage strat there. So Katie did a rock excel on the outside of the cage, which actually is big enough to reach inside the cage and knock the turtle up. Then she does a homing attack against the outside of the cage, and our flight character, Charmy, goes up and hits the turtle out of the air, which is a really cool strat.
Vector really got owned by that crusher.
Yeah, that was a new noise, honestly. I think they patched that into the game. I don't think I've heard that one.
Yo, what's up, Sega? All right, so this is kind of a critical boss fight here. I'm gonna do some specific movement here, specific swaps. We'll explain it in a second here.
There's been a misunderstanding, but I
Goodbye.
Very nice.
So the thing with the team fights is that on first load, they will always consistently do the same thing. So what Katie does is when the team names are popping up, she is starting to hold a certain direction and then timing a jump so that they decide to jump off. That only works on first load. So if that was missed, if we want to do it, we either fight the team or we quit out and reload the stage to be able to do it.
We can fit in a quick donation here.
Wonderful. I got $25 here for you from Drywall, who says, we're so excited to see you tear it up epic style as a family, Katie.
As a family.
Even if we end up in the bad timeline playing Chaotix.
Alas,
It's what the fans wanted.
who's ready to go gambling?
So we are so fortunate this strat exists. We need to collect 200 rings in Casino Park here. We're going to do it in a pretty non-conventional way. Katie's doing some insane movement to get over to the left side.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
This might work out.
Also, quick audio warning, it's about to get really loud.
Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna wait for Charmy, take the cannon as Charmy to get really high up above the table. What we're gonna do is very precisely position ourselves above the slot of this slot machine. Vector is stuck right now inside the slot machine, going in, out, in, out, in, out, getting us rings all the way to 200 very quickly.
That a lot of casual players are
Shaking in their boots. Charmy's brain must have been like, oh, wow. Rings.
rings, money.
Just
I think
injected
Charmy's-
directly through the ears.
I think Charmy's brain is just going, Jove, 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 always.
Shouts to skee ball abuse.
Yeah.
We can get a quick donation in.
Sure thing. Here's $25 from Game It, who says, Vector balling. Shout outs to the best speedrun community.
Vector
Let's go,
balling.
Game It. Shout outs to Game It.
Gave it in the crowd right now. Shout outs. All right, we need to collect 10 chips in Bingo Highway. Luckily, there are more than 10, but we are going to be trying to get the first 10 available to us. So right here, what we're going to do is switch to Charmy and then jump this gap to our left. And we're going to use a really cool trick where we tornado, and that leaves Charmy and Vector up on the platform above. So we can go down and get that chip on the slide while they stay up there, and then we could switch right back to them. Since on pinball tables, the game behaves a little differently when we switch characters. Instead of the characters coming to wherever we are, we will teleport to wherever the other character is, like so. Vector was all the way back here, right underneath the flower that we conveniently want to take. That's going to warp us further into the stage.
That's a great example of being able to play the whole team, being able to put the teammates where you want, and really like utilize the fact that you have control of the whole team.
Yeah. Okay, for chip 9 here, what we want to do is use one of our teammates to break the blocks coming up and then switch to another teammate behind us. Let's see. Yep, chip 9's up there. There we go. And as you can see, SPO is already at the end of the
120 is
slide
very
there.
good.
Yeah. 23. I'm telling you guys, we have not seen a very bad stage time yet. This run is going very well.
I mean, power plant did exist, but
Oh,
yeah, no.
No, I erased that from my memory.
Okay.
I don't
How could
remember.
We actually
how could
never
you
did power
forget?
plant.
Yeah.
How could you forget the crocodile crusher?
You're right. I remember now.
Okay, Katie, this is the most important trick.
All right, I'm gonna do a magic trick. If I hit the B button on the right frame, we get to have some fun. Okay, well,
Now, one more chance.
I think
got-
I might have to retire, everyone.
No, we got one more
Sorry.
chance later to see the funny.
On guard.
So welcome to our nightmare. Nightmare number 1. There's a lot of nightmares in this category.
Okay, so this is very similar to Grand Metro. We want to get level 2 Charmy, ideally. Level 2 SPO isn't bad either, but we're at the whims of RNG here. So we have level 1 Charmy. What are we going to get?
Impossible robot.
So level 1 SPO, level 1 Charmy. Not bad. Level 1 Charmy can at least stun the enemies on the ground like this, which makes them a little easier to deal
Okay.
with. And then we have level 2. So now our Thunder Shoots are going to one-shot most of the enemies, like so.
Getting level 3 SPO early is good. We're now just looking for power levels. Usually people would think that Team Dark is the hardest in terms of their boss fights, but actually they have a much easier time with their version of Robot Carnival because they don't really need to fish for levels as much. But with this team, we actually need pretty much every single level for every single team.
Yeah, I don't know why the devs decided to torture Team Chaotix the most randomly on these robot waves, but yeah, they have it pretty rough. One of the challenges of running this game is remembering all the different waves and the orders they come in. That's all really important. So yeah, level 3 SPO can thankfully deal with those turtles with just one homing attack.
Oh,
And here we have the flappers in the air. And this wave can be a little tricky sometimes. We got birds that are going to fly in, and hopefully our vector combos are going to take care of them.
Yeah, thankfully, since we had level 3, I didn't have to worry as much. If I had a level 2, I would have to do something a lot harder for that wave. So thankfully, got pretty decent luck.
Yeah, that bubblegum attack for Vector is what he gets on level 3, and that bubblegum attack is fully invincible.
Yeah, which is funny because level 2 Vector is like worthless.
and we really want level 3 Vector to deal with those waves properly because unlike Robot Storm, this actually has an invisible wall around the entire arena, and the plane eagle things that are flying around, when they're out of bound, you can't hit them. So if we let them get out of the stage, we have to wait for another cycle.
We can fit in some donations here. We're going into the fun world of grinding on rails, which is to say we're going to be doing a lot of nothing.
Well, I certainly have donations for you. I've got $5 here from Hib, who says, "This is Katie4. You're so cool."
Really?
Oh,
So cool.
I think so.
Aw.
that's so sweet. Here's also $10 from PDR S96, who says, "Greetings from Northern Ireland. Longtime watcher and donor. This might be my last donation for a while, as me and my partner have just bought our first house. Had to donate during Sonic Heroes, as this game has meant so much to me. Best of luck for the run and the rest of the marathon. Also, props to SBO for being a stealthy ninja with a 6-year-old and a crocodile who screams into a walkie-talkie as teammates." Possibly related, here's $10 from Kai, who says, "Team Chaotix, they're detectives."
They're tracking down your crimes.
Does the 6-year-old help?
Oh,
Yeah.
a lot. I think more than the ninja.
Do you have time for more?
We probably want to get to explain.
Sure thing.
Yeah, okay, so like WitherMin explained in Grand Metro, we are switching between our speed and power characters to accelerate as fast as possible on rails. Another thing we're doing are these pause glides. We went for one there, didn't quite get it. But the idea is that we need to jump off of rails and then glide, which both use the A button, as quickly as possible. So what we do to achieve that is we jump and then pause, and then unpause and press A again to glide. So let's
Welcome
see if
to
we
normal
get it here.
glide. Okay.
Ooh,
Neither.
not
okay.
quite, not quite. We will have one you'll see at the end of the stage. All right, so we're gonna take this cannon as Charmy.
We could fit in a couple more donations just to do a bit of rail grinding now.
Sure thing. Here's $25 from Justin, who says, I wish my job involved blowing up robots. I'm sorry, Justin. I also have $25 for you from Zytix, who says, shout out to my main man, Freefall. Tell him he needs to flip his Kirby plush now.
True, I need to get back home and do that. That's a Zytix.
Yo, can we watch Streets 112?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you have time for one more really fast one?
Yeah.
Really fast.
I've got $100 here from Kurthar, who says, good luck on the run, Katie. You've got this.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is take damage here so that we're able to walk on the top of this train.
A little bit of a
There we
struggle.
go.
Little bit of a gaming.
That part's always been a bit awkward.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the glide coming up. So we're gonna take the left rail intentionally because the speed booster gives us the most speed. We're gonna see the pause glide I was talking about. So pause, unpause, glide. You see how much height and speed we got just to get up to that rail section really fast?
Completely skipped the entire puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
Round of applause for that. That glide's super cool.
Roger. What's your favorite vector?
Probably this one, I would say.
Shoutouts to my one from Sonic Forces. That was a really good vector.
Probably Vector Man.
I'm probably feeling like a good old XYZ vector of like
Yeah.
1, 1, and 1. We got that equal magnitude. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, Bullet Station is another pretty complicated level. Destroy 30 capsules. We're going to be trying to get the first 30 that we can. These first 7 in particular are pretty tricky. The camera likes to fight you a lot in this stage. So the first thing we're gonna do is do one of those ground excels down to this area. Carefully glide around that wall. It's really easy to die there. And then right here, the camera really likes to fight you. That was good by Katie. We'll take the cannon as flight to get up to this rail section here. We'll do a skewed belly flop. Or no, we're doing the homing attack there.
Yeah, I got that swag in me.
Yeah. So you can see that this game has all kinds of movement options. There are so many different ways to navigate this game. That's what makes it so cool. Such as this star throw there through the wall. Always loved that one.
There's just so much you can do. There's like so many different ways to go through every level because the team just has so many movement options.
Yeah, you'll see like new movement strats literally every single day in the Discord. Like people are optimizing this game all the time.
Like one that's about to come up here, actually. New development with the extra capsule.
All right, and we have a door clip here, hopefully.
Perfect.
Very nice. Like it's not even there. All right.
Being able to do that door clip is nice because the old strat was to actually go around and hit another capsule on the side, but Katie actually went down and hit an extra capsule down bottom before doing a zip earlier in the level, and that allowed us to be able to get out with 18, which is what we want for this cannon.
This is a perfect time for another donation if you got one.
Sure thing. I've got $50 here from Critical Sid, who says,
Yo.
Love you, Sid.
It's an absolute pleasure to see my favorite speed game being played on the big stage by one of the best to ever do it. Good luck, Katie. Sorry I couldn't be there with y'all. A-fish, sister.
Hell yeah.
Hey, fish.
Okay, are we going for the glide? Ooh, I think we're okay, right? Maybe.
Oh, okay.
That didn't go quite as planned, but we managed to survive there.
Yeah, that was a little scary.
Katie wanted a second glide off of that little rail part, which is really hard to do because there's only a little bit of rail we can use past the booster that would actually send us the other way. So we got 22 through the wall there, and we're going down into the train section. That's actually a really fast way to break that grate if you press both the B button and the character switch button on the same frame. All right, we're gonna break these 3 with a ground excel. Since we're level 3 SBO, we can just homing attack this pole. We're gonna sneak our way around these guys, and we have to be really careful about getting into this flower. If we dip too low, there's actually a wind box that kind of just kills us. deceptively difficult. Our last 4 right here. Nice.
That was clean. That was a really good bullet station.
Was that a sub 3? It had to have been.
240.
Might be.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really neat because you're never actually supposed to take the flowers in that direction. You're expected to go through the card section that would be at the end of this train, but you are actually able to activate that flower and then just skip to the end of the stage where we actually routed it so that there's a perfect 4 right at the end for us.
We can fit in a quick donation.
Sure thing. Here's $10 from CyberKai, who says, shout out to Sonic Heroes. As a pinball technician, I love how much Sonic has pinball interwoven in its history. I'd love to see a pinball speedrun down the line.
As long as it's not in this game.
Yeah, the pinball mechanics are terrible.
Speaking of terrible,
This boss
Yeah,
is evil for
Albatross.
chaotics. Vector has a couple of nerfs compared to the other power characters. As you can see, we have like barely any invulnerability frames. A lot of the other teams in the game can kind of just press up right against the boss and like do their combo without any worry at all. Vector loses his invincibility frames on his combo really early, so we kind of get popped up into the air every time we try to attack him, but we can actually use it to our advantage as Katie is doing. That was a very clean
For
fight.
how silly that wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gabe.
Let's go, Gabe.
Yeah, if it hasn't been stressed enough, Team Chaotix sucks. This team is pretty weak. Like as far as individual characters, Team Sonic compared to Team Chaotix is pretty funny. But just how much more powerful Knuckles is as a power character.
I need to become a time traveler so bad. I'm just kidding.
We haven't even talked about how you can stand on Vector's head. That's a thing.
Ooh, I wonder if it'll happen.
I
Yeah,
hope not.
we'll see.
Oh.
Okay, so Frog Forest is basically just get to the goal ring. The one caveat is we're not allowed to be spotted by the frogs. That isn't too much of an issue, though. Very nice glide. I think we're going to... No, not quite. This time for sure.
Surely.
This is a very tricky glide. You have to jump out of this loop at just the right time.
There we go.
There we
So
go.
much speed.
yeah.
There we go. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to look like.
As Joey was saying, this is like a get to the end stage. We actually have seen a few of them. It's kind of funny that these are supposed to be the mission guys, but they also still have a lot of just get to the end of the stage kind of missions. But yes, this one is can't be seen. It's a little different, but it's really not that hard. The frogs are actually, a lot of them are really blind. There's some that are kind of a little tricky to navigate around, but like right here, somehow that one didn't see us. I don't know.
Frogs are very passive. They don't see very far at all.
Froggy. That's your one big reference for the day, everyone.
All right, let's see this Rocket Excel star throw here off the vine. Very nice.
It's so cool. This category is so cool. I love watching Team Chaotix, even if they are a little bit on the weaker end of a team.
Nice. That's a relatively new glide. We use the vine off to the left, which lets us glide straight to the gong.
I believe that was a Hoka invention. Shoutouts to Hoka.
That's the Hoka.
We got time for a quick donation here.
Sure thing. Here's $10 from Champo, who says, always happy to see good friends up on the main stage. Love to the 3D Sonic speedrun community. Hello from the front of the crowd. Again, less than 3.
Love you, Champa.
What's up, Champo? Okay, this is the one spot that's a little scary. These frogs can see us if we take a bad line, but that was perfect. Very nice.
Nice. Yeah, one funny thing there is that we can hit the goal ring after they've seen us, but them seeing us actually takes priority, so we would just die in this result screen.
Except when we're choosing the Japanese language for some reason. It's just long enough that you can kind of trigger the result screen and the frog at the same time. It's a little weird.
Didn't honestly know that.
Anyway, remember when we shouted out Game It? We're going to shout him out again. Shoutouts to Game It for this route. Can we get a round of applause for Game It?
Woo! Thank you, Cornelius.
We love Katamari. We love Game It.
Okay, we need to save 10 Chow in this level. We saw a death abuse strat in Power Plant. We're going to see one again here. So we're going to grab these first 3 Chow in the stage, and we're going to homing attack cancel into this robot, which kills us instantly. Sends us back to the beginning where there's a flower above the vine. We're going to take this towards about halfway through the stage where we're going to collect the other 7. So here there's a Chow right outside of the flower. We're going to fire dunk the enemies to open this cage. We're going to jump down, turn right back around. There's Chow 7 in the air here. Fall all the way down. That's
Okay, that's fine. I'll have to do a backup strat.
That's not the backup strat.
Another death abuse for the fans.
For the fans.
We'll make our way back there.
Body slamming to death. What's not to love?
I didn't know they added jump scares to this game. There we go. We'll take care of this hammer robot. Opens up the cage.
If you attack things from afar, you won't hurt them,
Right.
which I think is a little fun fact.
What? That's how that works?
I know, right?
What do you think is in more pain? Espio and Charmy being sneezed out or Vector sneezing?
What kind of question is this?
I don't know. It's a
You know,
genuine one.
yes.
All right.
My answer is yes.
Katie,
right.
I'm going to need you to lock in.
All right.
All right?
Yeah, I got this. This is a really hard boss fight coming up. One of the most difficult in the game. It's against Team Rose.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Actually.
We might need absolute silence for this one.
Okay.
Excuse me, Beth.
Hold on a second. Actually, would you guys mind lining up with a photo? I think that'd be kind of cool, wouldn't
Yeah.
it?
So pay attention to everything Katie does here.
Oh. Okay, do not actually look at Okay. Bit failed. Might have to go home.
You had to lock in. You had one job.
I didn't lock in. Okay, maybe this time when I take this photo, I will get it. Surely. I do got this.
That was a really long loading screen. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah. I just dozed out. What happened? Okay, let's do this again.
There's gotta be a major misunderstanding here.
Goodbye.
Down now.
Okay.
There we go.
So that's what was supposed to happen. I accidentally held left at the start, which messes up some RNG. But anyway, for that strat, all you need to do is hold left. That's it. It's as simple as that.
You might be thinking maybe that strat was found, I don't know, 3 months after the game came out. No, it was like, what, 17 years after the game came out?
Yeah.
We're like, oh, we can hold left here, and then we just
Yeah.
win. Wow.
You don't
Then
talk
that-
about the Rose version.
They're never going to let me down for that failure of a bit. Heartbreak emoji. Oh, let me tell you about Team Rose real quick. Basically, if you neutral stick during the Team Rose version of that fight, you just win. I found that by accident one time. It was really funny. We can fit in a donation real quick.
Sure thing. Here's $5 from Nurgle the Goblin, who says, happy to see all the cool the Sonic people, there we go, from my phone on stage this year. Keep going fast, friends. I also have $25 from Hazel, who says, can't believe they named a Sonic character after the guy from Despicable Me.
How nice.
Okay, so we're collecting 10 keys in Hang Castle. This one's a little different. We only have 10 keys, so we're not allowed to miss any.
All right, am I a super? I kind of think I am.
Maybe. We'll see. No shout outs yet. Sorry, Soup.
We'll get there.
Yeah, so we brush up against that elevator to make it go a little bit quicker. We're gonna jump up, grab key 4 behind us here, and make our way down to the next flower.
All right. I'm a super.
Nice.
Shout out to the superior for that one.
So stay quiet.
Gotta grab that.
Slowly.
Yeah, pretty much what happened there was that usually there's an animation for opening the flowers and that, but if you actually teleport away during the opening animation and like it's pretty precise out of that flower that we had the gravity switch on, but we are able to just actually cancel out the animation of opening up and it'll just open up right when we get to it.
All right, we have a really cool door clip set up here. Candy's gonna set up off to the right, switch to flight, do a quick switch to get Vector away from us. We don't want his Rocket Excel. Just a single one from Charmy is enough to get us through if we switch to Flight at the right time. That was really good. Yep. We get the 9th key through the door with a Rocket Excel. And I mentioned earlier, we can stand on Vector's head. We actually use that to our advantage here. There we go, yeah. So if we Thunder shoot our characters right into the wall, Vector will come back to formation really slowly and give us a single frame where if we press A on that frame, we refill our height, our flight meter, and then can fly up twice as high as normal. And that gets us up to the last key there.
And Vector is the only one that can do that. Funnily enough, fun fact, in beta versions of the game, every team actually just has a head hitbox for whatever reason, so you can stand on them.
Yeah, the way flight works in this game too, there's a very, very limited flight cap as to how high you can actually get. Wherever you start the fly determines how high the fly goes. So that's why being able to jump off of a teammate's head like that is so important. So it resets just how high the fly can go.
Okay, we have the most infamous stage in all of Sonic Heroes. This is Chaotix's Mystic Mansion. The reason why it is such a nightmare is because we need to put out all 60 torches, and we need RNG to go our way right here. Let's see what we get.
Ooh, okay.
Okay. So we got a Charmy level up, which is not what we were hoping for. Basically, I mentioned earlier, level 3 SPO has wind properties. In this level, that is very helpful because we can put out torches using the homing attack instead of using individual tornadoes here like we're seeing. We are going to go for a backup strat, so we're going to kill a few extra enemies here just so that we have another chance at a speed core later on in the level. And hopefully we won't have to do one room in particular that would take a really long time otherwise.
Yeah, hopefully. Knock on wood.
Yep. So we get level 2 SPO from that checkpoint. And then our 5th enemy is going to be up on the skeleton's head here. Let's see what we get. We're hoping for a blue core.
Okay,
there we go. That's what we wanted. Okay, so that's really helpful for this room here. We're going to get all the way up to 30 torches in this room. We're going to put open the door there, hit the target in the air.
And it was really important that we did get this because Katie would have to be forced to tornado every single one of these.
Every single one.
It would be a nightmare. And you would think, oh, okay, well, we saw her actually Rocket Excel to blow out torches early in the level. But no, that doesn't work here. They are just slightly high enough where that actually can't hit.
Yeah, they made those just a little bit taller just to make sure that you have to sit there and individually tornado each one.
Eggman's dastardly tricks.
Yeah.
They've been talking about those.
We have a
for
very
years.
similar door clip to the one in Hang Castle coming up. First is that one. That's a really nice flight clip there. We're going to rocket. Ooh, clip through this door. Interesting. Yeah, she went for a door clip there. We're just going to.
Oh, on
enemies.
the chandelier? Oh, thank
yeah,
God.
they can get caught in the chandelier above us sometimes.
All right, I'm going to go for Clown World. Hopefully this works out.
There we go. We have 2 doors here that we have to clip through. One is just like Hang Castle. Now we're in this really small room.
There we go.
Oh, wow.
That was instant. Very nicely done.
Hope Soup's proud.
All right. 4 torches in here. Let's get good RNG on these doors. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right. And we're coming up on the spiderweb room. This room is... No. How far back we go?
Oh, that's bad. So, like Wither said earlier in Grand Metro, well, on deaths, our levels obviously get reset, and we told you before that we actually really want level 3 SPO. So
Yeah.
that's not really looking good, especially for these upcoming rooms, because we usually use SPO's win property to deal with this room because of if you homing attack level 3, they'll take off their shields.
Yeah, we are going to have to do these door clips again. Luckily, we won't have to get any of the torches we've already gotten. We just have to make our way back to the spot.
Okay. We're going to have some fun here.
Yeah, also the combat here is way harder because now we can't just deal with their shields with the homing attack.
Clown World indeed. This is getting
Yeah, this was not what I was intending.
We're in Clown World right now a little bit.
We're using a team blast on this one.
Yeah, we're just going to team blast the hammer robot to open those doors right away.
Which is why I did all those clips. That was to avoid doing the team blast there. Unfortunately, we're going to Clown World. Oh, no, bad RNG.
Bad RNG.
Oh, good RNG. Thank God.
Okay. So what we want to do here is do a shuriken off to the left here. Get these two. Then we're going to go straight across to get the two on the other side and also open the door to exit the room. Very nice. Well-placed tornado gets both of them at once. We're going to tornado on the web. Doing a tornado on a rail, web, vine, or whatever will cancel the animation, so we are instantly actionable. That was a cool trick she did there. 2 rocket accels to get through this room, and then the final 4 torches are at this last section. This final platform here is a little scary with this hammer robot, but I don't think he's going to bother us too much. Very nice.
For what it's worth, a 430 is honestly not bad for what happened.
That was painful. Ugh, okay.
Yeah, costly death, but we got through it. It's all good.
Surely the good RNG will transfer over here.
Surely.
Surely. Being able to back up with level 0 there, it still plays super well. It's still very impressive.
All right, we have a chance to redeem ourselves. Let's see if we can lock in.
And
here.
after all, after all the biz,
This makes the run legal.
There we go.
Run saved.
This is the funny frame. So what Katie did was press B exactly on the frame the cutscene starts. That overlaps the in-game models with the cutscene models, and it just looks funny to be quite
Who else
honest.
likes to be funny?
Me.
Who up waking early in the morning just to be funny?
That's me every day.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, well, we want to see here. Well, we already have 1 vector level up. That's a good sign. We want at least 1 more before we get too far into this stage, because later on we're going to have some hammer robots that are going to give us problems otherwise. So yeah, destroying the gold robot there actually destroys all of them at once. That's why she was going after that one specifically. And we have level 2 vector, so we should be okay from here on out.
Hopefully. I definitely prefer a level 3 vector, though.
Yeah, if we can get it.
Okay.
There we go.
There we
now
go.
We're chilling. We might be able to get a donation here, I think.
Yeah, we should.
I'm so sorry. Did you call for a donation? I was dealing
Yes.
with it.
Yeah, we got
I'm
for a
so
donation.
sorry.
No, you're good.
But we do have plenty of donations. Here is a $15 donation from Pumpkin Spice. The era of Sonic was an adventure. It was sometimes an uphill battle, but our heroes always came out ahead. Without a shadow of a doubt, Sonic always succeeds when he's unleashed. Perchance, Sonic 06? 1 cheer for Sonic 06.
That's how you know.
Would you like one more really quick one?
Yeah, go for it.
We got $20 from Redman, who says, "Let's go, Katie, my goat."
Okay, so right here, we're going to be very particular about how we thunder shoot these flappers. That was really good. Sometimes our characters get shot out of the air, and it takes a while for them to come back. This wave is a little interesting. We jump all the way out here. And fun fact, if we don't wait for the 3 birds to spawn for that wave, or if we jump too close, they actually won't spawn. We have to give them a second to spawn because Sonic Heroes is a really good game.
Yeah.
Like, they have the cannon set up there and really make you think that, oh, I'm supposed to use the cannon as power to take out all those enemies. That's terrible. Never do that.
Doing that casually, using the power character, jumping in the cannon, shooting 1 by 1.
Did that too early.
That takes like 500 years.
Was that too early?
2010-5.
Yo, what?
Who else waking up in the year 2010-5? Okay, we're going to have some fun here. Some dynamic routing going on.
Yeah, Katie wanted to wait just a split second to do that team blast to get these gold robots. It's all good, though. We got 1 more team blast here.
We just got to wait a little bit.
The wizard doesn't grab us, surely. There we go.
That's a long year.
Yeah, that Team Blast is the longest in the game, so we don't typically like to do it unless we have to.
Katie, you are terrifying me going around the arena.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, you know what you're doing.
Yeah. Fun fact, in the Japanese version of the game, the voice line, the Team Blast lasts depending on the length of the voice line. And the voice line is longer in Japanese for Team Chaotix. So they just have this absurdly long Team Blast for no reason, because it's funny.
So don't play Chaotix on the JP copy.
Don't do it.
Not fun.
We can fit in a donation or two.
Sure thing. Here's $100 from Spock Rocket, who says this run is shrimply wonderful.
I get it.
I also have $90 from Dawn SR,
Oh,
That's my goat.
that's my goat.
who says, Katie4, you are such an incredible speedrunner and friend. You're gonna kill it today. Good luck.
All right, we got Egg Fleet coming up. So this is another one. We just got to make it to the end. We can't get spotted by any robots, though, which is only a factor in a few specific spots, one of them being here, hopefully. Okay, yeah, there are robots below that section we just flew over. Sometimes one of our teammates can go down there and get spotted, and it looks like we don't get caught, but they see us anyway. That right there was a zip. So what you can do is start a flight with Charmy at the perfect height against a ledge, and if we thundershoot at the right time, we just shoot forward really fast. And we actually carried that momentum into the fan using a glide from Vector, too. Okay, so we're doing a cool route here where we go off onto this platform. Okay, what Katie was aiming for was a mid-air shuriken to kind of cut a corner and get through the level a little more quick. We're gonna see this zip again. Ooh, got caught on the wall a little bit. Still not terrible.
It's still gonna be fine. That strat was homegrown in Italy. Shoutouts to Deku.
Shoutouts to Deku.
I'm gonna try for it again here. It's really hard because stage isn't actually loaded. We're actually aiming for something that's about to load in right here. Perfect. Yeah, that angle that Katie took to get it is actually like a little precise. You don't have a lot of give for that.
You guys ready for this? This is super cool. If we can get down there. There we go. Very cinematic. Yeah, so the entire side of the ship has collision there that we can run on. All right, we're going to glide as low as possible as we can into that fan to get a lot of height. And we're going to glide around the ship, land on that collision again, jump down to the flower, very nice. If we're quick out of this flower, we're on a good cycle for these lasers that go up and down. We should be able to squeeze right through. Nice. And we have a big robot off to our left that we want to avoid, so we're gonna, wow, that was really fast, using the homing attack into a zip. Excellent.
Ooh. This run has been very good. There's been a couple of small mistakes, but overall, extremely good showcase for Team Chaotix. We're coming up on the last level here.
We can fit in a donation.
Sure thing. Here's $5 from Marina, who says, I'm having a blast watching Katie crush Sonic Heroes. Here is to a great run, less than 3.
:3C. That's the GOAT.
All right, Final Fortress is our last level in the game. We need to get 5 keys. The first one here, we're going to glide off the rail a little early and get these 2 guys to open up the cage. We can do a rocket excel against the outside of the cage to grab it with the extended hitbox and make our way up. Okay, we almost ran out of flight there, but we're good. We're gonna do a pause glide up here into a shuriken. You didn't really see it, but she did a shuriken across a little hole in the ground with key 2. We're gonna make our way down here, destroy this guy using flight excels with Charmy. Rocket excel against the cage for key 3.
Okay.
Ooh, we were aiming for a balloon that would give us a team blast, actually. So what we're gonna have to do here for this hammer robot is to do a team blast glitch, where we press B and a character switch button on the same frame to build team blast meter really fast.
Specifically for that robot too, because the helmet ones you can't actually attack until their helmet's off.
Another rocket excel for key 4. And we're going to see a big pause glide. Very nice.
Nice.
Off to this pole. Rocket excel and switch to Charmy. This could be a little tricky, but that was nice. And we jump off this pole before it shoots us forward. And we get up to the top platform. Very nice.
Not bad. No complaints.
I have many complaints.
Well said.
Okay. 20 emblems. Oh my god.
You get something
Wait,
for this,
We
right?
unlocked.
Whoa.
We unlocked battle mode.
Yo!
What?
Battle mode?
Congratulations.
I will see you down at battle mode. All right, so this is the final boss here. Time will be coming up when the timer stops, which I'll call out. So,
That's typically how time
Yeah,
works.
that's-
well, time. What if I constructed time and then I made it and then like it exploded and then we had no time?
That'd be pretty crazy. That'd be
Anyway.
pretty time.
I feel like the schedule might have an issue with
what we need
that.
to
So
do
can it not
is get
explode, please?
level 2.
Let's beat the game.
All right, we need to collect level 2 Charmy. The way we're going to do that is a Rocket Excel past Emperor. We're going to grab the power up on the ground for level 1. We switch to Vector, so Charmy's to our right, flies through the speed ring in the air for level 2. Now we can do damage to Egg Emperor really fast.
And time.
Perfect one cycle. That's actually really hard
Yeah.
to get.
Great run.
Excellent. You did good.
I felt like the beginning of that run, basically like the whole first half of that run was really strong. I'm really
Yes.
happy to have gotten that first half. I have some reservations about the other half, but you know, it's fine. Anyway, thank you all for letting me showcase Sonic Heroes. Commentators, would you have anything to shout out, anything to say? Merry Christmas, etc.?
All right, first of all, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Christmas in July.
Yeah.
Happy Halloween!
All right, I have 2 main shout-outs. The first one I want to give out to Darkspine Sonic. The last time GDQ was on the big stage was way back in 2015. It is such a thrill to be back 10 years later. It's surreal that I'm even on the couch. I'm here with all my friends that I've gathered over the years speedrunning this game.
Shout out to everyone back there.
And I started learning the game because of DSS. So, yeah, he's the GOAT. Shout outs to you if you're watching. And my second shout out is to Sacer, our community, Sonic Adventure era speedruns. I've made so many friends over the last 5 years, a lot of which are here this week that I've gotten to hang out with. And I love you guys. You guys are the best.
Love you too.
And
We love
Yeah.
you, Joey.
Yeah,
We love
shout
you,
outs to
Joey.
Sacer. If you loved what you saw here, actually in a month on the Sacer Events channel, we're actually going to be holding a Chaotix LTS tournament where a lot of the runners at all different skill levels will be running this category against each other. It's going to be really awesome. And I'm going to do a little bit of a self shout out. If you wanted to see any Team Sonic, I've actually been doing a lot of Team Sonic Unrestricted, which involves a lot of the bop boosts and huge skips. So if you missed Team Sonic, come on down.
Check Nyu for sure.
you've been killing it. Yep.
For me, the big one, shout out Team Sonic. I would love to watch some Team Sonic pretty soon myself. I love that category. It's very cool.
Maybe next time.
Maybe next time. And, you know, shout out to the Heroes community. Been super welcoming. I am relatively new to this game overall. I've been running primarily Dreamcast games. Graduated to the GameCube's been quite the step for me. And, you know, Sonic Heroes community's been super welcoming. I'm really starting to love the game. I'm loving everybody I've interacted with, and I am super honored to be on this couch.
I will also say, if you're interested in this game, please give it a try. I promise. This is a very special speedrun, I think. It holds a special place in my heart, and it makes me so elated to see anybody give it a try, especially the ones that stick with it.
Yeah. We're friendly, we're open, we're willing to help new runners. This game is sick. Please join. It'll be awesome.
Please do.
Just to make my shout outs quick, shout outs to the family, shout outs to all the Sonic Heroes runners. Off the top of my head, Sid, Deku, Gameit, Aura, shout outs to Aura A66. Shout outs to basically everyone else in the world. That's pretty cool. And yeah, thank you, GDQ, for having me on again. It's been an honor, and I'm just happy to be here. Good luck, everyone in the world. Keep it real.